consistent. The fourth photograph that their candidate was in London when it was in Abuja. They can forge anything. They've done things like that in the past in Ekiti. I'm from Ekiti. I've lived in Ekiti at least actively in Ekiti politics in the last 12 years. So I know the people we are dealing with. Let this matter be investigated. Then again, on the issue of deployment of soldiers, I am in support of it. Bet, I want to appeal to our politicians, PDP, APC, Labour Party, everybody. We should stop disparaging institutions in this country. Let me go to, before I round up, let me go to one incident. On November 28, 2013, APC members, all their leaders, carried placard in Abuja. They protested in Abuja calling for the removal of Jega, that they don't trust Jega to conduct free and fair elections in 2015. They protested, they said Jega should be sacked. November 28, 2015. That was after Anambra election. The same APC leaders are saying now that it is only Jega that they trust.
All right, we need to take a break. Connor, we'll come to you when we return from the break. Pardon us. Just give us a moment. We'll be back. Welcome back. Our correspondent Boss speaking to us from Osun comes next with her report. We also spoke with her earlier in the day. Here's our report.
This is one of the permanent voter card collection centers in Osogbo, the Osun State capital. And as you can see just right behind me, the INEC official is here with no one standing before her, and she has displayed on the table the permanent voter cards which she has to give to the electorate. She says only about 6 people have come to receive their PVCs from her today, and she was able to record 16 yesterday. And what is actually happening here is a replica of what obtains in major collection centers in Osun State. And when we spoke to the rec earlier in the day, Dr. Ogumola, he said this is due to the fact that there was an election. A governorship election was held in August last year. And at the time when the election was held, they had a percentage of about 70% permanent voter cards given out to the electorate at the time of the election. And between then and now, there is an upward shoot of 3.26, making the total number of PVCs given out so far to be 73.26. From the analysis given by INEC, a total of 1,407,107 permanent voter cards were received, and they have been able to distribute 1,031,198. Remaining 375,090, which gives it a percentage of 26.72% left to be collected by the electorates.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Boss, filing her report in today. Let me get to Connor, because I will also get your view on some of the tweets coming in now. But about the rules of engagement, I mean, speak to us about it, because you have people who also raise concerns having seen this tape. So they may just think, okay, well, what do? We have concerns having listened to this. What about the rules of engagement?
It spells out what the soldier is expected to do, how he's supposed to do it, and what is the result expected of him, you know, and things like that. So the soldier moves into the, I don't want to say into the battlefront, in this case we're discussing elections. He moves into the assignment given to him, knowing exactly what is expected of him and what he's supposed to be doing. In this case, maybe we should look at part of the roles which the soldier should be playing in an election as this. I expect the military to avail enough logistic support to INEC by way of, in this case, the naval platforms and the air platforms.
Which is what INEC say.
Yes, of course, the naval and the air platforms are expected to help in lifting election materials and INEC personnel across difficult terrains, you know, and drop these items on the other side for appropriate use for the purpose. Besides all these logistics aspects, I also expect that the military will be deployed in peripheral cordoning, you know, on the outskirts of the town, so that they will be able to block all entry points and ensure that they check unnecessary movement and check the illegal movement of small arms and ammunition, which could be moved into the city and disrupt elections. You know, by so doing, they will be able to make sure they guarantee some safety at all the election points. We expect the military also to be deployed on standby, to be ready to move in where the police is overwhelmed. And that brings me to the question which my brother here, the issue which my brother here was talking concerning the issue of the police and so on. Police would be required to be deployed in elections as first-line security. The military is the second-line security. The big mistake at times we do in this country is that the military leadership, I think, oftentimes does not educate the political leadership adequately that the armed forces should be deployed in second-line security and not first-line security. First-line security is the police. They are to carry out their statutory functions in providing protection for elections and so on. The military only comes in when the police is overwhelmed. They come in now to reinforce and take over completely.
So can the military, if the politicians are trying to say, okay, well, we need you to perform this kind of duty, can they say, I'm sorry,